Recently a deer ran out in front of the car. No damage was done to the bumper, but somehow the parking sensors got knocked in. So I'm attempting to remove the frunk, go in there, try to double side tape the sensors back into the holes and be good to go. I told Tesla about the issue and they're trying to charge me $855. So we're gonna see how this goes and hopefully save someone else here 900 bucks. The first thing you need to do is remove this top plastic piece up here. It comes off just by hand. I mean, I already pulled it off, but there's just these little rivets and bracket things. Just grab it from the top right here and they pop all right off. Very simple, very easy to do. After you remove the top plastic piece, get yourself a flathead screwdriver, and there's this one rivet thing right here on the driver's side, right by the windshield washer fluid, that you need to undo in order for the frunk to be detached from this plastic piece. Once you pop the top of it piece off, the garment or grommet should pull right off like that. Just don't lose it, and set that aside. So there's actually this thing on the front side. I never noticed this. You might not be able to notice it when you're looking down at it like this. But yeah, look down this way. There it is. It's an emergency unlocking system here in case someone, I guess, throws you in the frunk. You have to pull this panel off and then disconnect electric connector to this button. I'm pulling this off with my hand. Pretty simple. Just 4 brackets, it seems. And there you go. Here's the connector. In order to disconnect this, I just took a flathead and kind of like pried it from the side. I think that's the only way to take this out. I could be wrong, so leave a comment if you know how to take these out properly. But I just kind of took up my screwdriver and pried it carefully from the one side of it. Get a 10mm ratchet or socket wrench and undo these 2 that are in the front of the frunk. Then within the frunk itself, there's 2 more 10mm right here. It's right there and right there. Once you get all 4 of those 10mm out, you can just pull up either here, and there's going to be these more like bracket hole thing connectors holding down the actual frunk. You just got to give it a little elbow grease and pop it up, and you should be free. Nice, very easy. Now that you have your whole front area of the car open like this, my parking sensors in particular were really far on the bumper side here, not necessarily the center ones, and then also the one that's right by the fender over here. So if you look in to the side, look for the sensor by, you can tell by that because they're painted. See how they're painted white? So if you have like a white one, you should look for a white sensor, or if you have a blue car, you'll see the blue paint. In my case, I'm gonna go for the passenger side. There's like some holes here. You can see right there. I already kind of positioned it correctly, but here's my finger coming in. Sounds funny. There's the parking sensor there. And what you're gonna need to do is put some double-sided tape on the actual sensor itself. That way it will stick onto the bumper. That's the sensor right there, and you can see the white paint on it. All you gotta do is put some tape on that gridded looking area and stick it back onto the bumper wall, and you should be good, as long as there's no damage to the actual sensor itself. I had some leftover Gorilla double-sided tape here. I'm not gonna put this on my hair, so hopefully that nothing bad happens like that. I just put the tape on one side of it there. It's a little bit thick. I would go for something maybe a little bit thinner if possible. That way the sensor pokes out of the hole properly. Just push really hard against it. So now it's back there. It's not perfect because probably the tape is a little bit thicker. That's why I do recommend using a little bit thinner tape. Here's the one that's not damaged, much more flush. This is the one that popped out. As you can tell, it is a little bit more in, but we are saving 900 bucks here, so it's your call on whether this is good enough for you. There's the one that's in. The other one is right here. Ah, crap, I dropped it. Just feel around for a loose connector. I'm sure you'll see it. Here's the other one. There's the hole over there. But pretty much the same process. Let's see how it looks once I actually get the tape on. There it is. I didn't do such a good job on this one because it's a little harder to reach, a little harder to see. But this one came out pretty decent. And then all you gotta do is pretty much everything backwards. Just put the frunk back in, 4 10mm, Remember to connect that bracket again, and then put the plastic piece on the top, the upper plastic. You should be good to go. Put it back in. It's just a 10 millimeters up front here again. Then put the emergency unlock system back in, test it, press to make sure it's still working. Make sure to plug it back in, then just gently push against the brackets here. For the top piece, I think I might have broken one piece over there because I heard something fall. But I would say try to line it up like along with the windshield wiper fluid holder, and just kind of like press gently against all the edges to make sure all of the things are in. Should be done, and you just save yourself $900. There you go. Sensor seems fine. We all good out here now. Hope this helps somebody. If so, just give it a like, give it a thumbs up here, and then save money, drive safe, have a good life.